In the realms of ancient texts and sacred traditions, certain names echo with the weight of mystery, awe, and the primal forces that shape the world. Among these, few are as enigmatic, or as powerful, as the Behemoth, whose mention in the Bible conjures visions of a colossal force of nature and a symbol of the wild, untamable majesty of creation. The Behemoth's origins are rooted primarily in the Old Testament, where it appears as a creature of such scale and vigor that poets, scholars, and theologians for generations have struggled to define or categorize it. Unraveling the legends of Behemoth according to the Bible takes us on a journey through ancient literature, Hebrew myth, and the enduring human fascination with what lies just beyond the edge of understanding. The story of Behemoth centers around a brief yet potent passage in the book of Job, one of the oldest and, some say, most poetic books of the Hebrew Scriptures. With Job suffering under a series of calamities and seeking to understand the nature of divine justice, God speaks from the whirlwind, presenting Job with questions that emphasize the difference between human and divine knowledge. It's in this dramatic moment that Behemoth enters the narrative, described not as a mere animal, but as a creation that stands as a testament to the unfathomable power and creativity of the Creator. God's words, as recorded in Job chapter 40, verses 15 to 24, are both evocative and mysterious. Behold now Behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Lo now, his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar, the sinews of his stones are wrapped together. His bones are as strong pieces of brass, his bones are like bars of iron. He is the chief of the ways of God. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. Surely the mountains bring him forth food, where all the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady trees, in the covert of the reed and fens. The shady trees cover him with their shadow. The willows of the brook compass him about. Behold, he drinketh up a river and hasteth not. He trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh it with his eyes. His nose pierceth through snares. Each line weaves the image of a creature both familiar and fantastic. Behemoth is described as herbivorous, eating grass like an ox, yet his power, his sheer physicality, is almost beyond imagining. His tail is likened to a cedar tree, massive, unyielding, and strong. His bones are as sturdy as bronze and iron. His presence dominates the landscape, and the mountains deliver up their bounty for his sustenance. Even the great river Jordan, mentioned by name, is but a drink to this unparalleled beast. The elemental force and grandeur of Behemoth's existence serve not merely as a zoological curiosity, but as a metaphor for the might of God and the relative humility of humankind. In the ancient book of Enoch, Behemoth is portrayed as a towering primordial beast residing in a hidden desert, distinct from its watery counterpart, Leviathan, who dwells in the depths of the sea. Here, Behemoth serves as one of the mighty guardians of creation, representing the unyielding strength and stability of the earth itself. Enoch's account deepens the sense of Behemoth as a force both awe-inspiring and mysterious, reinforcing its enduring place in sacred myth and legend. Jewish tradition offers a particularly rich tapestry of lore surrounding Behemoth. In these stories, Behemoth is more than a mere animal. He is the king of land beasts, paired with his aquatic counterpart, Leviathan, the serpent or dragon of the sea. Some rabbinic texts suggest that God created Behemoth and Leviathan in the earliest days of creation, balancing the powers of land and water with two creatures unequaled in size or strength. In the Midrash and Talmud, Behemoth becomes a creature of prophecy, destined to play a role in the final days. According to an ancient legend, at the end of time, God will slay both Behemoth and Leviathan, offering their flesh as a feast for the righteous. In this vision, the Behemoth stands as both a terror and a promise, a symbol perhaps of the wildness of the world finally made tame and whole. Christian interpretations have echoed and diverged from these Jewish traditions, at times reading Behemoth as an allegorical figure representing brute strength, temptation, or even chaos. Art throughout the centuries has imagined Behemoth in various forms, sometimes as a giant ox or elephant, sometimes as a monstrous dragon-like figure. In the apocryphal Book of Enoch, Behemoth is placed in a secret wilderness east of Eden, destined to remain there until the appointed time, held in check by the will of God. The creature emerges then as a symbol of the boundaries between chaos and order, nature and divinity. As centuries passed and knowledge of the natural world grew, scholars tried to anchor the legend of Behemoth to real animals. The hippopotamus, with its massive size, aquatic tendencies, and vegetarian diet, became a favored candidate, though many features of the biblical description stretch far beyond what any hippo displays. Some have pointed to the extinct giant creatures of prehistory, woolly mammoths, or even dinosaurs, as possible inspirations, though this is more the work of imaginative comparison than historical record. Nevertheless, the persistence of the Behemoth legend speaks to a fascination with the limits of human understanding, and with the creatures who seem to stand at the very edge of possibility. But perhaps to read Behemoth only as a puzzle to be solved, an animal to be identified, or a myth to be explained, is to miss the deeper significance of the story. In the Book of Job, the Behemoth's purpose is not scientific, but spiritual and philosophical. When God describes Behemoth, it is part of a larger discourse about the vastness and mystery of creation. Job, afflicted and bewildered, seeks answers to his suffering, but God, instead of offering explanation, points to the wonders and terrors of the world. The wild goats giving birth on mountains, the eagle soaring to its nest, the storm and the stars, and Behemoth, supreme among all land creatures. In this context, Behemoth is not simply a monster, but a manifestation of that part of existence which is immense, untamable, and ultimately beyond human control. Behemoth stands for the vastness of the world, for nature unbridled, and for the enduring truth that not all questions have simple answers. Throughout the ages, the image of Behemoth has taken on new layers of meaning. In modern parlance, the word itself has come to mean anything of enormous size and power, reflecting the legendary creature's influence on the collective imagination. Yet the original awe and mystery remain, rooted in the ancient text and its acknowledgement of the wild, unknown, and sublime. Behemoth, in the end, serves as a reminder, a monument within Scripture to all that is grand and unknowable in creation, and to the humility required of those who seek to make sense of life's deepest mysteries. Whether as symbol or as beast, as metaphor or myth, Behemoth endures, thundering through the ages, calling forth a sense of wonder and respect for the vast and unfathomable world crafted, as the Scriptures say, by the hand of God. Its legend, like the tale of the cedar and the bones of iron, remains enduring, compelling us to look beyond ourselves and ponder the greater forces at play in existence. A story as old as humanity and as enduring as the earth itself. If you've enjoyed this exploration into the world of Behemoth and want to see more content delving into ancient mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us continue bringing fascinating stories and insightful perspectives to life. Join our growing community and stay tuned for more captivating journeys into legend and lore. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing many more adventures with you. As we reflect on the enduring legend of the Behemoth, we are reminded of the profound mysteries that lie at the heart of creation, inviting us to embrace both wonder and humility. Just as ancient texts encourage us to ponder forces far greater than ourselves, let us move forward today with reverence for the world's marvels, gratitude for its blessings, and hope for peace and renewal. May your journey be guided by wisdom and grace.